Please listen carefully. Do not scroll down and do not blink, because this is not an ordinary message. This is the cry of your soul. This is not an ordinary message. At this very moment, the angels are whispering. They are speaking of an extraordinary event revolving around you, one that is tearing the fabric of reality. Someone, yes, someone hiding in the shadows closest to you, presented a photograph, carrying the essence of your energy to a mystic who reads the doors of destiny. The moment the mystic took that photograph into their hands, their entire being convulsed. Their voice trembled, their voice broke. They couldn't even hold the photograph steady because the energy emanating from you is not human. It is divine. And in that trembling moment, they uttered words no one expected. They revealed a secret that had been hidden for years, a truth waiting to find you. And they said, "This person is not ordinary. This person is chosen, protected, marked for greatness. No matter who tries to stop them, no matter what shadows try to pursue them, their destiny cannot be stolen." Now imagine this scene. The medium, eyes wide open, breath shallow, whispering to the man holding your photograph. Do you even know who this person is? Angels are circling them. Light is following them. Their name is written in the book of miracles. The person carrying your photograph could not believe what they heard. Their heart was pounding out of their chest. Their palms were sweating, but they could not take their eyes off the mystics, which were burning with the nakedness of truth. The mystic was still trembling, shaken by the weight of the power surrounding your image. They leaned closer and whispered, "You are not just carrying an image in your hands. You are carrying a destiny wrapped in divine fire." At that moment, the angels awoke from their sleep. A silent trumpet was blown in the spiritual realm. Archangel Michael drew his sword, and every enemy spirit trying to hide around your destiny began to scatter in shame. Because when the heavens mark you with their own seal, no earthly power can silence your purpose of existence. My dear child, open your heart. Listen. Do not scroll down, because the chain of prophecy linked to your name is being unbound at this very hour. Every tribulation you have lived through, every bitter tear you have shed, every betrayal you have tasted, was never in vain. The mystics saw it all in your aura. They saw the shackles binding your soul break with a loud noise. They saw those who once turned their backs on you fall into a vortex of regret. They saw a letter reserved just for you, with your name shining on it, delivered from the treasury of the heavens. And they declared, "This soul will undergo a transformation that will shock everyone." Their story is soon turning into a triumph that will shake the very earth. Stay with me, because this is just the beginning. The next piece of information I will reveal will illuminate the entire mystery and show why the angels are swearing so fiercely on your name right now. Now focus and listen very carefully, because this part is special, only for the special one. The reason this message finds you today is the message from the heavens. You are ready now. For too long, people ignored you, took you lightly and mocked you. All your life they warned you to be ordinary. Yet your name was echoing secretly in the heavens. God was constantly declaring, "This one is mine. When the time comes, this one will rise. And dear one, that time is now." The mystic could not contain themselves. Tears were streaming from their eyes as they described what they saw. The doors that have been locked for years are opening. I see someone with a heart full of pain, but endless power in their soul. I see someone who cries silently, but who will soon laugh openly. Their enemies will witness this and will not understand how it happened. Can you feel this? Because your soul already knows. That is why you are here. That is why you could not scroll away. Your spirit was waiting for this confirmation. And the angels are telling you, stay until the very end, because more is coming. More is being revealed. and you cannot miss it. Imagine. Your photograph, held in hand, traveled to a room where the invisible became visible, and in that moment, your story was no longer just yours. It became a celestial broadcast. The angels were speaking through the medium. They were declaring, "This soul bears the signature of the heavens. No storm can erase it. No betrayal can impede it. Their blessing is already signed and sealed." Stay close, because what I will tell you in the next section is not just a revelation. It is a key that explains why your photograph holds so much power and what will manifest in your life in a matter of days. The mystics' breathing became labored. Their hands were trembling as if they were holding fire. Their body felt heavy. They pressed their fingers onto the photograph one more time and whispered, "Their path is not like others." This soul was chosen to walk through storms that would destroy everyone else, but instead, those storms became the refining fire for them. The man holding your photograph, astonished but mesmerized, leaned closer. He asked, "What do you mean? Why are you shaking?" And the mystic, their voice quavering, said, "Because I see an army behind this face. I see angels protecting them day and night. I see Archangel Michael himself step forward when danger tries to cross their path. This is not just any human being. This is a warrior chosen by God." Can you feel the weight of these words? This is not fantasy. This is your truth. For years, the heavens have been trying to get your attention, trying to remind you that your wounds were never the end. Your rejections, your heartbreaks, your losses, the difficulties in your life, these were only signs of how hard the darkness was trying to fight you, but the reason you survived is that you have never walked alone. The mystic continued, "I see a crown. I see a table prepared for them, which those who once mocked them will silently watch. I see an inheritance, something unjustly taken from their hands being restored by the heavens. I see golden letters bearing their name, sealed with divine fire." Now visualize this in your mind. Someone, out of mere ordinary curiosity, presented your photograph in search of an answer. But what they found was not an ordinary prophecy, but a revelation that shattered all reality. In that moment, the atmosphere of the room intensified with an invisible wave of energy. The silence began to scream. Even the walls felt like they were bowing under that holy weight, because the essence of your name and your existence carries an indescribable weight and impact in the spiritual realm. And just as you are listening to these words, that same divine magnetism is surrounding you. The heavens have opened. The veil of destiny is being torn. Now listen closely with the ear of your heart to this truth being whispered into your deepest recesses. This will pierce your heart like an arrow. The soothsayer, their voice trembling with a sob, whispered, "Do you know why my entire being is convulsing? Because this soul is not at the last stop of waiting. This soul stands right on the verge of the breakthrough. I see hours, not months. I see days, not years. The seasons have changed instantly by the command of heaven. Whatever was chained, whatever was delayed, is now being released like an unstoppable torrent." As those words poured from their lips, the man holding your photograph dropped the picture because the burning energy of your destiny was too heavy for his hands to carry. But it did not fall to the ground. Angels themselves lifted it into the air, holding it with their divine hands, and proclaimed to all realms, "The destiny that God's own hand has written, no mortal can steal. What the heavens have sealed cannot be annihilated on earth." This is why you are here right now. The ancient voice of your soul did not allow you to scroll away, because the angels have more blessings to pour upon you, more secrets to reveal, and more miracles to flow into your life. Do not leave, because in the next part, I will share exactly what the soothsayer saw about the complex knots of your relationships, the spiritual atmosphere of your home, and the silent person secretly watching you. The truth is now graduating from a whisper to a shout. The weight of destiny descended upon the mystic. The mystic's eyes, unable to bear the immensity of the reality they saw, closed by themselves. Their body convulsed. Their voice trembled with pain, and suddenly a breath, a mixture of fear and awe, escaped their chest. "Oh my God," they whispered. "There is more. So many more secrets hidden in the depths of this soul." The man holding the photograph was frozen, as if turned into a statue. His heart was pounding like a drum. He desperately needed every word with the hunger of his soul, leaning forward with his whole being. The mystic's hands gripped the table, as if trying to steady themselves against the current of an invisible power. And then, slowly, but with sharp authority, they began to speak. "This person's dwelling. I see it washed and glowing with light. I see the dark shadows that once tried to linger on those thresholds now fleeing in shame. I see angels walking between the rooms, consecrating every corner, sweeping away every painful memory. Their home will no longer carry a burden. It will be a sanctuary of joy and peace from the heavens." Their voice cracked with emotion at this point. "But that's not all. I see a figure, someone pretending to love them, smiling to their face, but making dirty deals behind their back. This person's name is being utterly erased from their book of life, because the heavens declare, no counterfeit spirit will share the table of triumph I have prepared for my chosen one." The man was barely breathing. He asked in a choked voice, "Who is this soul truly? Why are they shaking you so profoundly?" The mystic's answer was like the echo of a prophecy. "Because this soul carries a greater weight than the destiny of nations. I see their photograph in the heavenly court of judgment. I see the judges of light reading their names aloud and with honor. I see Archangel Michael raising his sword and proclaiming, 'This servant has survived every attack. Now let them rise, now let them reign.' The chains are breaking now. Stop here and feel this power penetrate your very core. The only reason you are hearing this is that the time has come for everything that was once hidden deep within you to be revealed. The heavens are tired of your destiny being delayed for even one more moment. The chains are breaking now. The locks are bursting open with a crash. The soothsayer saw it without hesitation. Your breakthrough process has already begun." They leaned closer again, and their whisper carried the power of a secret. "I see relationships being fundamentally reshaped. Someone who once ignored and belittled them is now unable to get them out of their mind, becoming obsessed. I see a letter of grace, yes, with their own name written upon it, being delivered into their hands. And an unexpected wave of riches is finding them effortlessly because their season of loss and scarcity has ended, never to return." The man's eyes widened. He tried to interrupt, but the mystic raised their hand, forcing him into a holy silence. "Do not speak," they commanded. "Let the angels complete their mission, for what I see is a sacred truth. What I see is an unstoppable rise. This soul is ascending to the peak, and no power in hell or on earth can hinder them any longer." And just as you are listening to this divine proclamation, the same warrior host of angels is surrounding you. They are whispering to your heart, "Stay here, listen, do not move on, because the next revelation will shock you." The truths about that silent person in your life who has been secretly uttering your name without you hearing are coming, and that truth is now seeing the light of day. ready for the 4 confirmation signs sealed by the heavens. The mystic's eyes rolled back with an instantaneous tremor, as if they were being pulled into a vortex. Their hands gripped the photograph tighter, and they whispered in a trembling yet powerful tone, "Yes, I see signs. The heavens are showing the tangible proof that their destiny has already taken effect. These signs will not be random occurrences. They will come as divine confirmations, and when they appear, they need to know every single word I have spoken is the absolute truth." The man holding the photograph leaned forward, his voice carrying the urgency of his soul. "Which signs? Tell me quickly. What should I look for?" The mystic took a sharp breath. Their voice was resolute but heavy with awe. "The first sign, I see a light shining in the midst of darkness. A dream will come, so vivid, so bright that it will feel more real than reality. In that dream, they will see a door open and someone calling their name. That dream is not merely a product of imagination. It is the very seal of the heavens." They paused, their body trembling with celestial energy. "The second sign, I see a stranger, unexpected, completely unrelated, speaking the very words they longed to hear, words that will heal their soul. It will seem like a coincidence, but it will not be. This will be a sign of the angels speaking through human lips, confirming that their time has arrived." The man squeezed the edge of the table with tension, his eyes wide open. The mystic continued, "The third sign, I see a sudden gift, something they did not work for, something they did not try to earn, suddenly dropped into their hands. This gift will come as a bittersweet reminder that whatever was once stolen from them is now being returned sevenfold." Tears were now streaming down their face at an accelerating pace. "And the fourth sign, I see a peace entering their home. Where there was once burden and sorrow, there will suddenly be joyful laughter. Even the walls will vibrate differently. Even the air will feel lighter, holier. That peace is the undeniable presence of the angels consecrating their dwelling." The man stammered, "And what will happen after these signs?" The mystic's voice gained strength, their eyes burning with a fiery resolve. "After these signs, no power can stop their ascent. After these signs, their name will be exalted everywhere. After these signs, doors will open that no man can close. Their destiny will shout louder than all the lies spoken against them." Now listen carefully, because this is the most sensitive revelation. If you are waiting for a concrete confirmation, the heavens are saying, "Look for these 4 signs. When they arrive, do not doubt, do not fear, do not hesitate. Embrace them with joy, for they are the indisputable proof that your season has changed." The mystic pressed the photograph onto the table again and whispered with a deep breath, "This soul's journey is not ending. It is just beginning. What I saw was not their limit, it was only their launch. And just as you hear this, the angels are saying, do not scroll away, stay, because the next revelation will show you those faces, the people connected to their destiny. Some will baffle you, some will shock you, and one will change everything. The great change is starting." The mystic's eyes sharpened, as if they were looking at spiritual figures only they could see. Their voice lowered, trembling with urgency. "Yes, I see them. People inextricably linked to their destiny. Some bring blessings, some whisper betrayal, and the heavens are revealing them all, tearing down their masks." They leaned closer, holding the photograph like a sacred relic. The first face, a figure from their past, someone who once deeply hurt them, who thought they could break their soul. But listen, this very person will watch from a distance with bitter jealousy as their life ascends. They will regret what they did, but they will no longer have any power to stop that rise. The man swallowed hard, but the mystic was not finished. The second face. "Ah, this countenance shines with light. I see a helper, someone sent directly by God." They will appear suddenly as if out of nowhere. The words they speak will feel like keys that open doors. This person is here not to take, but only to give. They are a loyal ally of destiny. As they pressed their hand to their forehead, the air in the room thickened. The third face. This one shocks me. They smile often, but their heart is not pure. They are close, very close in the circle. They fake loyalty, but their secret whispers are full of poisonous jealousy. The heavens are saying that this mask will soon fall. Their true face will be revealed at the moment they least expect it. Their body convulsed again. Tears continue to stream down rapidly. And the fourth face, this one carries pure love. This is the strongest love that shakes me. They have not yet said everything, but their heart beats louder than all their fears every time they think of them. I see them praying in silence, uttering their name. This love will no longer remain hidden. It is destined to surface. The man holding the photograph asked with a gasp, "So these four, are they all already around this person?" The mystic nodded. Yes, all of them are currently forming a vortex around their destiny. Some as enemies, some as protectors, some as a silent lover. But listen, the angels are not worried, because no matter what role each face plays, the heavens have already guaranteed the outcome. The chosen one will stand tall. They will shine. They will never fall. The unshakable verdict of the heavenly court has made its decision. Now stop here. Viewer, feel the tremor of this truth. Your soul already knows these faces. As you hear this, someone's name is echoing in your mind like a bell. Someone's face is passing before your eyes with a clear image. This is not a coincidence. This is the confirmation of the heavens. The angels are stirring your memory to remind you of what is hidden. The mystic's voice turned into a holy whisper again. I see Michael. I see Archangel Michael himself protecting the relationships of this soul. He will uproot the counterfeit. He will expose the jealous ones. He will strengthen the helpers. And he will reveal the true, eternal love. And right at this moment, the angels are saying, "Stay, do not scroll away." Because the next revelation will not only show the faces, it will reveal a shocking secret spoken in the heavenly courts about their name. This truth will change the way they see everything forever. The mystics' breathing became shallow, their eyes wide open as if they were seeing a glorious courtroom that did not belong to this world. They gripped the photograph so tightly that their knuckles turned white. Then they whispered in a trembling, chilling voice, "I see it. The heavenly courts. That sacred place where destinies are written, sealed, and judged, and your name was spoken there, aloud." The man froze. His lips parted, but no word came out. The mystic continued, their voice cracking under the sheer weight of what they saw. "I hear voices, holy, echoing voices calling this soul's name, and I see a great judge seated on a throne of light. Beside him, the scrolls of life are opening. In one of them, their name shines like fire." Their body convulsed violently, and tears streamed down their face like a torrent. Do you know what was written in that scroll? This soul endured. This soul survived. This soul will now inherit. Their trials were recorded. Their tears were not forgotten. Every moment they were ignored was written in the record of the heavens, and now the heavens have ruled in their favor. The man whispered, "Ruled? What do you mean?" The mystic raised their hand as if to silence the very air. "Yes, ruled," the judge said. "Enough. Their delays are now ending. Their blessings are being released. Their enemies will be scattered. Their destiny will shine with glory." They knelt on their knees under the weight of the vision. I see angels hurrying, carrying treasures with their names written on them. I see Archangel Michael presenting the evidence, every battle they fought, every betrayal they endured, and then striking the mallet of victory. The courtroom exploded with pure white light. The verdict was final. This soul will rise. Now listen carefully, because this is why your photograph shook the mystic so violently. They were not just looking at your face, they were looking at the heavenly verdict. They saw the high decree already given over your life. They felt the fire of your destiny burning from the image itself. The man holding your photograph finally whispered, "So this is the end. Nothing can stop them now." And the mystic, still on their knees, answered with a trembling certainty, "This is the end. No curse can reverse it. No human can impede it. No devil can rewrite it. What is sealed in the heavens must manifest on earth." And just as you hear this, the angels are saying, "Do not scroll away. Do not turn your back. Because the next revelation will tell you exactly what this verdict means for the coming days of your life. What will change? What will suddenly appear? And how will your enemies react when they see your rise?" The mystics slowly lifted their head, their face still wet with tears. Their voice was heavy but now resolute, as if thunder was rolling across the sky. The verdict has been given, and when the heavens rule, the earth must obey. The days ahead will not be like the years they left behind. Everything is changing. The still trembling man asked, "What happens now? What is coming? Tell me." The mystic's eyes shone with a strange prophetic light. "First, I see speed. Things that took years will now happen in days. What was delayed, what was locked up, is being released with urgent command. It will feel sudden, but this is divine timing. They will not chase the blessing. The blessing will chase them." They placed their hand on the photograph, their fingers tracing the contours of your face. "Second, I see exposure. The people who spoke against them in secret will be brought into the open. Their enemies will no longer be able to hide. Their masks will fall off one by one until the naked truth remains. And when this happens, the chosen one will not need to fight. The heavens themselves will fight for them." The man swallowed, his eyes wide open. The mystic leaned closer and whispered, "Third, I see honor. Those who once ridiculed them will soon be forced to acknowledge them. Their names will be exalted in places where they were never spoken before. Invitations will come, opportunities will open like a flood, and people will wonder how this happened so quickly." Then their body convulsed violently as another vision seized them. "Fourth, I see terror in the eyes of their enemies. The same people who wished for their downfall will not understand how they rose. They will whisper, 'How is this possible? Did we not try to stop them? Did we not impede them?' But when they realize this ascent is unstoppable, their whispers will turn to silence." The man covered his mouth, struggling to believe what he heard. The mystic continued, "Fifth, I see love. That hidden love will finally surface. Someone who harbors deep feelings for them will no longer be able to keep it inside. Their heart will speak louder than all their fears. This love will be a sign of destiny, not of coincidence." They gasped, their body trembling once more. "And sixth, I see wealth, an unexpected, unexplainable flow. Not from ordinary places, not from struggle. It will come as a divine inheritance, as a surprise gift, confirming that the seasons of lack have ended forever." Now stop here. Accept this divine verdict. Every tear you shed, every prayer you whispered, the heavens recorded. And now the court has ruled in your favor. Your enemies will watch. Your friends will be amazed, and you will stand on that divine platform where you were always meant to stand. The mystic looked at the man with burning eyes. "Tell them not to fear. Tell them to stay alert, because the days ahead will unfold faster than they expect. Tell them their story will shock even those who doubted them." And right at this moment, the angels are saying, "Stay, do not scroll away." Because the next revelation will reveal the biggest turning point, the secret agreement that was once made against them and how the heavens destroyed it forever. This is the most critical revelation. The mystic gripped their chest as if an invisible heavy stone had been placed over their heart. Their voice dropped to a broken whisper, carrying more weight than any scream. There was an agreement, a secret, cunning agreement. Someone tried to secretly barter, to trade away their holy destiny. The man's hands trembled as they clutched the edge of the table, hit by a wave of shock. What do you mean an agreement? Who would have the audacity to dare such a thing? The mystic's eyes burned with a divine fire. I see it clearly in the spiritual realm. A close figure, someone they once entrusted with the most intimate secrets of their soul. This person, blinded by pride and a searing jealousy, made a secret pact with dark, energetic forms to poison their rise. They thought if they could tarnish their name in the spiritual realm, they could silence their future glory in this natural realm. They offered their lies in exchange for delay. They spread venomous whispers against them when no one else was listening. This was a dark contract of the unseen. Their body convulsed as if breaking under the weight of the vision. I see sealed papers, yes, not by their own hand, but spiritual promissory notes signed against their name. I see their photograph placed on an altar of jealousy and envy. Someone whispered from the depths of their soul, "This person must never rise before me. This being must never shine." But know this, the heavens responded to their presumptuous attempt with a scornful laugh.